Have you been wondering why New Jersey homeowners insurance premiums are on the rise? Well, here's a number that should stop you in your tracks. For every $1 an insurer has been collecting in premiums, they on average have been paying out $1.11. And that is just not sustainable. So you as the homeowner are picking up the tab. And in New Jersey, we're seeing insurance premiums jumping anywhere from 15% or more in many areas, and there's a few reasons why. First, we're seeing an increase in climate chaos. There's more storms, there's more flooding, nor'easters, and these weather events are simply driving claims higher. Additionally, rebuilding costs have risen by over 40% since 2020. And lastly, global insurers are really putting pressure on insurance companies. So your reinsurer is charging more, which is going to raise your premium here in New Jersey especially. So what's the bottom line? Insurers are adjusting fast to these changes, and homeowners need to stay one step ahead. Let's talk about roofs, because your roof is the new insurance battleground. If you have an old roof, you may only get actual cash value, which is not full replacement coverage for that roof. Now, new roofs with impact-resistant materials, well, these could lower your premium significantly. And what's important to note is that many insurers today in New Jersey won't even write a policy if your roof is older than 20 years, or they are going to require a separate deductible just for roof damage. Now, what's also important is knowing your policy coverages, because not all policies are created equal. Coverages that are actual cash value, these are a depreciated payout, which means that they are paying out less money and that there is more risk to you as the homeowner. A policy with replacement cost, well, that is going to pay to replace what you lost without any depreciation. Guaranteed replacement cost, well, that covers the full rebuild, even if it exceeds your policy limit. So always ask your provider, what happens if the rebuild costs wind up being more than my coverage? If they hesitate, well, that's your answer. Now, let's talk a moment about FEMA. What happens if FEMA disappears? Well, here's the curveball. If FEMA ever loses its funding or is dismantled, the National Flood Insurance Program goes with it. So that means that private flood insurers take over, but rates will increase. They could increase as much as double in high-risk zones. And unfortunately, many homes could become uninsurable or unaffordable to cover. And that will impact mortgage approvals, resale values, especially in low-lying towns that are near the river or the coast. So if you're near a flood zone, check your policy and your elevation certificate now. You're probably thinking, what can I do now? Well, if you want to reduce your premium and protect your home, replace or reinforce your roof. Review your policy's coverage types and install loss prevention tools, things like sump pumps, water sensors, and shutoff valves. Secure flood insurance proactively before new flood maps or rules change what's required. Now, if you're not sure what your policy covers, or more importantly, what it should, let's walk through it together, or call me at 973-662-4913 anytime. Let's protect your biggest investment the smartest way.